Hey y'all, sorry I'm late. Oh my God, I got a call and I had to take it. It was important. So, I guess I'll get into a lot of stuff tonight. So, we're going to talk about Seeking Sister Wives, and as we predicted, it was Ariande Joseph. She was the guest on John Yates' channel. This is John Yates. I want to put this up here, and I just want to do a disclaimer. I told the person that called me I would do this disclaimer, so it's cool. They told me just to be careful reporting on anything like this since it was on John Yates' channel. So I don't know John Yates, so it's not shade to him. I just don't know him. So I just wanted to make sure that's clear. I'm following Ariande, and I saw that she was going to have this interview, and I thought it was important to bring this out. So there we go. So I put the link in everything I talked about below. But this is Ariande, and we read some of her messages on when she was with the Snowdens. We have proof. That's her there with the Bendy, and she was in a real plural relationship with the Snowdens. I just want to give some cliff notes. I think the interview went 2 hours because it's like 10 o'clock and it started at 8. So I want to say it's like an hour and a half that he went on with Ariande Joseph. And she spilled some tea. I would say go over there. I want to start at some of the points. Before you guys, I forgot to do intro. I'm Burgundy Blue. This is Burgundy Blue Commentary. Thank you for being here. Please like the video as you come in. It really helps the algorithm for people to find me on YouTube. I really appreciate that. Okay, and please consider subscribing. Let's read the comments, get into it. Hey, Miracle, did you watch? Did you watch? It was a lot. I got emotional. I think I might have cried. Let me tell you, I'm gonna be honest on this whole thing. I'm telling you my point of view as we go through. I had all the feelings like, girl, what was you doing? Then I cried. Then I said, what was you thinking? Then I was like, they did what? I'm gonna beat their ass. It was just all these emotions that Ariande took us on, and in my opinion, I believe her. Please tell me your opinion. And now let me tell you what makes me believe her. All these receipts she had up here since 2015, warning people on social media about the Snowdens. She just didn't pop up out of nowhere. So she has been voicing it. Okay, so I'm gonna give you cliff notes. But it's important to go watch the interview because it was really good. Y'all, I was yelling questions at the TV, like, ask her this, ask her this. It was really good. Let's get into it. I was gonna wait till tomorrow, but I was like, nah, we gotta talk about this tonight because I'm not gonna be able to sleep. It was so much. Welcome, Miracle. I knew they didn't really have money. Oh, Miracle, let's get to that. I knew they didn't have money like that. You know what? Ariande brought so many receipts that she brought receipts without having the receipts, if I make sense. It was like, you can look as we're looking at the TLC thing, the show, we can see it. And I want to be clear. If you look at I put the Reddit link in the last video. If you look at that, her story never changed. It never strayed at all. She didn't miss a beat. She was pretty brave, if you ask me. If you ask me, she was pretty dang gone brave. I know if you ask me if Ashley and Dimitri watched it, I think they were the first. I think they was in the queue. It was like when I got in, it was 3 people watching. I think that was Ashley, Dimitri, and the kids on their tablet. Okay. Hey, I saw it. Unbelievable what she went through with Dimitri. It's sick, and Ashley is just as bad. Hey, Sandy Moon, welcome. The link is below. Locked, dentured, and black. Thank you. I love that name. You cried. Oh, Hey Azelle, welcome. Yeah. She you know what? I told you I went through the motions. I'm like, girl, you grown, you did that. Then I was like, oh my God. Oh no. And then when you look, she did not stray. She did not stray. It's crazy. I'm shocked to see she said they kicked baby. Okay, let's get to this tea. Let's get to tea. I didn't agree to everybody. Let's get to the tea. Okay, because y'all bringing it out. Let's get down. All right. So Ariani, I got notes. Y'all say what you want in the comments. We're gonna talk about these notes. Um, I'm gonna watch what I say because I don't know, but some of it was like when I put my and I told the person that said that I'm keeping this receipt. They basically was like, be careful what you say regarding the interview. I'm not playing the interview. I'm not gonna play any audio, but I'm gonna review the interview. I do encourage you guys to watch the interview because it was good. It was totally good. So I don't know if this was a friend or foe, but I just wanted to make sure I told y'all that the interview was good. And I didn't see it up as I went live. So I think he may have to edit or upload or anything like that. All right. Let's talk about some bullet points and let's get into it. Before I even get to the bullet points, can somebody tell me, we heard the ones that were in the room and you heard all this? Even the women, we got Taylor, we got Chrissy, we got Vanessa. Everybody's so battered and bruised and upset and joining forces. Why no one is telling people so the children can be saved? Even when I heard Ariane's testimony, which I believe, why is no one contacted? I've seen people give their kids too much sugar and CPS come looking for them. And I'm not calling for that action. I'm just asking, if you were in this situation and you're telling us what happened, why is no one calling the help the children? If I'm not mistaken, the Snowdens have 2 girls and a boy. Chrissy has 2 girls. So we have 4 women looking at women come in and out, 4 girls, females, looking at women come in and out the house, and 1 young man looking at women being treated this way, allegedly. Did you just save? No, I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just saying, are you just saving yourself and running? Or why no one's checking on the babies? Also, Ariane said something so profound. She said, you see how everyone's gone to another country. Never dawned on me. Remember, I kept saying, hollering, I want to go to Taylor Retreat. It's in Mexico. It never dawned on me the whole time we're following Taylor. She's in Mexico. Never dawned on me. Taylor's in Mexico. Vanessa is in where? Australia? We don't know what Crystalline is. This is bananas. Okay. The part that shook me, the next one, Dimitri, a felon. I'm putting allegedly. I'm just talking about the interview, but Dimitri, and let me tell you, nobody dropped. They weren't saying allegedly. This was her truth. I felt everything she was saying. Like, girl, she had the receipts where you can look it up and Google. You know, I was nosy. Dimitri, a felon. How did TLC? What? Y'all, what kind of stuff? So I'm just dropping. Look, this is Cliff Notes. People in the comments, please verify you have to watch it because this is just Cliff Notes. And then I wrote, while she was interviewing with John Yates, I wrote a list of questions that I would love to ask her. I think I'm gonna inbox her, like, girl, can I ask you these questions? You could tell, because these are the questions I wanted to know. And one of the questions I wanted to ask was finances. John brought it up and she was like, oh, I was basically financing everything They were finding women to pay. What type of pimp? What type of pimp-ish was going on over there? So you mean to tell me you sell everything, leave everything, take everything, go with the Snowdens with your baby? Because she has 3 children, she told us, but the youngest baby went with her. So she goes move in with the Snowdens, and they're like, "Oh, we ain't got money for this. We gotta wait for Dimitri bonus." And she was basically funding everything. Y'all, it was too much. Like, where was her girlfriends? Where was her mom? And I was just thinking that. And because you get angry when you hear these stories, like you girl, you know better than this. But they isolated her, which we can see happen. Like, can you imagine your friend saying, "I'm going to live with a plural family and their 3 children and in an apartment," because they were in an apartment at first? Y'all, I'm just, oh, Ariane, I believe her. I do. Now, she goes on. Let me look at my notes. Y'all heard when she was funding everything, right? Y'all, okay, chat. When she brings her baby to meet them for the first time, and I'm trying to paraphrase because I have this in my notes, and Ashley greets them naked, and it's one of the rules of the house that the women are naked. And John was like around the children, and it was like, yeah. Was Uber around back then? Because I would have took a Uber right to the Holiday Inn and been out to the LAX or wherever. What she said they were. They were in Pennsylvania, then they went to Atlanta. I was like, okay, I got a question. This is a question. Dimitri is cute to me. I think he's handsome. I think when he could definitely put a charm on someone. Um, what is it? Is it something that happened in your past? Like, because we know she had a relationship with going through a custody battle. She broke down everything. Is it something that would make you fall into the arms that say, hey, when you walk around this house, you got to walk naked and you got to sleep in the same bed. This another bombshell, and I'm done. I'm done after this. Y'all have to watch the interview. Another bombshell was that he would make y'all. We broke this down a couple of videos ago. Remember, we were asking 4 bedrooms. How are they gonna cohabitate? And then this week we saw them show the kids' room. It's 4 bedrooms, so the kids are in one room. Then they show Crystalline room. Then I'm assuming Taylor have a room, and then the Snowdens have a room. This is what I'm assuming. But she didn't even have her own room. She had to sleep in the same bed with Ashley and Dimitri, with Dimitri in the middle, and he would have sex with Ashley while she was in the bed. Then he would have sex with Ariane. Why Ashley was in it. I mean, what kind of freak? And let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with it if that's what it's consenting adults. I want to be strong on that point. But when you mix the DV and all that stuff in there and you just like thinking, I brought my daughter here and we're supposed to be a family. Y'all, T, did you catch the tea when she said that Ashley wanted to cook and not be around the kids? I believe that. Now, I could not believe nothing else in the interview, but I believe Ashley didn't want to be bothered with the kids for sure. Ariane, sorry, guys, I dropped my phone. Ariane, baby, you brought it, honey. I believe her. Now, let's read these comments. But TLC, when she said she contacted TLC season 1, I hope she got those receipts. I hope she does. Because she also brought up how the new girls had to sign a Snowden NDA. Can you guys comment on if a man or a woman who was broke, y'all broke now, y'all driving my car, make me sign an NDA? I mean, not Ariane. That's how she's able to talk. But how she was saying how they were getting money out the other women. Mm. And you know what popped in my head? I'm not gonna lie. This is what popped in my head. Like, okay, Crystalline came over here during the corona situation, the peppermint patty. And then we got Dimitri with these. If you go to his website, he got 3,000 businesses. And with her saying, this is me saying allegedly, she didn't say that, but what Ariane saying, I said, man, did they get Crystalline over here, make her go get all kind of assistance, make her, watch the kids, because Ariane spoke on homeschool and how they had to do that. Y'all, it was an amazing interview. It was really amazing. How she got through it, I don't know. How she got through it, I don't know. Let's read these comments and then we're gonna move over. I'm shooketh. Someone said they're shooketh too in here. And good evening. Thanks for rocking with me tonight. Please hit the like if you're in here. Hit that like. It won't cost you anything. Just hit the like. It helps people find me on YouTube. She has receipts that could take them down like actual text message. Yep. Mm-hmm. Hey, Pink Motivation. Yeah, it was a tearjerker. Ari needs to be careful. We don't want people missing over this. Ezell, she mentioned something. She said how allegedly, and I'm saying allegedly, she did not. This is me. Demetri can get into computers and hack and all that stuff. And I was like, damn. Y'all, I'm gonna go over maybe two more. It was so good. It was so good. It was really good. Yeah, having to be naked. Can you imagine? And then we said another thing we called that the bendy, the third eye that Crystalline has on, yes. And we have, let me just show you. So we see right here that Ariane has the third eye on. And we also saw later down Sister Wives history, we saw Vanessa end up wearing it. And then it was so weird when you looked up and you saw Crystalline had it. You know what I mean? They all have the bendy. But when you look at when this was processing, which is another thing she mentioned, Ashley and Dimitri may allegedly be separated. No bendy here. No bendy here. I just find that very interesting. You guys, let me tell you something. As long as it's consenting adults, go for it. Hang off the chandelier. Bust it. Bust it. But if you're telling people this is a safe environment for your children, safe environment for you, all of that, that's when the deviance comes in. Ashley, you too, if this is what you're doing, allegedly, you're too beautiful for that. Inside and out, let that man go. Let him go. I think another thing that she called out was Ariane called out that Ashley was in trouble too. But the fact that she said Dimitri doesn't own anything, even the house in LA is rented. Not judging, I can't afford to rent that kind of house. But even the fact that she had the inside intel, she even mentioned things from the girls. Like they put Taylor out. Y'all, let me read these comments. I'm just talking. But you could tell too, because I remember you said they were looking at Taylor like, no, yeah. Did you guys remember they were in the kitchen and she had said something and Dimitri looked at her like, you overstepped. I'm gonna do a breakdown tomorrow because I was just like, wait, I was like, and the TLC caught it. And this week in the previews, They talking about, well, they don't look happy. First of all, I don't think when they came into agreements for Taylor to say that they were really happy. I think now it's becoming like, I watched season 2, season 1, and it's about sex. It's about sex. Like season 2, I was just watching recently to give you guys a recap, and Vanessa and Dimitri were intimate for the first time. And the next day, Ashley woke up all grumpy. I don't know if you guys remember that. And Vanessa was like, "What's wrong?" She was like, "Oh, I heard y'all last night." That was in the same house they're in now. Can you imagine what he and Vanessa was like? "Well, I hear y'all all the time." And can you imagine now it's 3 wives, the children, and you telling Vanessa y'all you heard them having sex? I think it's too much. And I don't think Ashley's with this lifestyle. She's, in my opinion, isolated. So she's isolated. No friends, because we don't see no friends come by. Hey, girl, hey, let's. She has no friends. She's looking for a sister wife to be her best friend. But she can't stomach, as she should, hearing her husband pumping and bumping with different women across the hall while she watching the kids. Come watch these kids if you're going to be pumping and bumping my husband. Y'all, what did y'all think about this interview? Yeah, them kicking her out made a lot of sense. Someone said, what kind of freaky deaky cultish thing is that? Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. She did say Crystalline is in hiding. She did say, and I got several messages. Like, we don't see Crystalline. I wonder. No, nobody told me this. This is just me thinking. When I was doing my video, I got maybe one message where someone was like, be easy if you can. Without, it was some information that people were leaking about Crystalline, just to be honest, on her possible whereabouts. I couldn't verify it, so I didn't bring it to you guys. But I emailed her, not emailed, but I inboxed her like, hey, is this true? I'm going to report about it on my channel. She never replied. And someone did reply and was like, just be easy on that because she's in hiding. That was before Ariande said it. So it kind of brought me back to full circle. Like, she might be in hiding. Another thing Ariande said, the restraining order is dissolved, but the case is still on. That's what she said. I was like, oh, now this makes sense. But why would they leave the case? And I'm not saying, I'm just asking like the logic of the legal system. If anybody know, why would they leave the case open but take away the restraining order? If she doesn't want him around, is it because they're married? Is it because of the property? And I wish John Yates would have asked, is he married to Chrissy? Because Ariande was answering all his questions. I wish he would have asked, was it a wedding ceremony? And I think it was, because if you guys caught it, they were interviewing and she was like, yeah, he took Chrissy over to, and she had to pause. She didn't say where they were, and he could not afford a ticket back to LA. Now, in the middle of the Ponderosa that's going on, I think he could have afforded a ticket, unless it was really bad, in the 50 states. I think they may have went over in 90 Day Fiance, the situation. Y'all let me know what you think. Oh, it's up now? It's up now. Jamaican Girl is up now, guys. I got the link in the description. He got it up there. It's about an hour and a half long, and every minute you're going to be looking like, whoa, it was a good interview. We all said there's something wrong with the children. That's why they jumped on these women so hungry for love and affection. That little girl held on to Taylor she did. And you can sort of look at Taylor and see her energy. You know what I mean? You can sort of see that she's probably fun, like the fun auntie and all of that stuff. So, I am really, yep, her parents tried talking her out of it. Yeah. It's the Kool-Aid. Oh, yes. Okay, so she also mentioned that, and let me look at my notes, make sure I'm not leaving anything out. Um, that she practiced witchcraft. Ashley possibly did. This okay. I already talked about the Snowdens may be separated. They didn't drop the charges, only the RO, the naked. Also, Ariane mentioned how her kids were horrified and victimized. You know what? You could do what you want to me, but when it comes to my kids, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a real problem. I think it was a great interview. I think we can believe Ariane. I pray she got the receipts from when she told TLC what was up and they ignored her. She also said that the Snowdens allegedly Dimitri controls when they're filmed on some kind of way. Ashley never met Dimitri parents. This explains the wedding. Remember when he said him and his mom wasn't close at all? She broke all that down. She broke all that down. Y'all, I think that was the bullet points. I'm gonna read these comments and we're gonna get out of here. I actually believe that Ariane has nothing to. I think she said something. I think this is when I cried a little bit just to see her say, "I'm ashamed." She was like, "I'm ashamed even talking about it now because I look at myself and say, how? How did this happen? How did I allow this to happen?" Y'all, I missed the whole scenario. What's up with the kidnapping thing? Can somebody fill me in with the guy, Dre? When it's great. When John Yates dropped that video, I think he had it probably yesterday, but he dropped the portion today. I was like, what? And the guy was like, my kids were last seen with Dimitri Snowden. And we read that cocky, arrogant post. Let me tell you something. When you get away with so many little things, it has to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And one thing Ariane said that I was going to say before she said it, I said, I bet they were best friends when they ganged up on the girl together. You know what I mean? That control. Because if you're the first wife, and this is why, let me tell you something. I like the Winders. I like them because even the first wife says she fight jealousy and she's working on that. You know, it's a natural thing. Now, if you are sitting up in here, never had a ceremony, and you got to watch Vanessa have a wedding. Now, this is me saying that, not Ariane. You got to watch Vanessa have a nationally televised wedding while you stand on the sideline and you never had a ceremony with your husband and you have gave him 3 children. Yeah, that's why Vanessa probably left the week after. Because I never could understand what did they do so bad that Vanessa didn't leave before the wedding. She left after the wedding. In a week, she was out of there. Allegedly. That's crazy. Hey guys, I got 32 people in here. If you can, hit the like button, please. Please hit that like. Let's read these comments. Oh, Dimitri. Shame on you if this is what's going on. But if he's okay, this is what I want to know. Is he an ex-felon or is he a felon? You know what I mean? What did TLC say that made them say you're going to stay on the air? This is what I'm wondering. The house was too small. I think that those women wanted Dimitri to themselves and got jealous when he would not choose them over Ashley. Yeah, you're entitled to that. At the end of the day, locked, dentured, and black, we don't know. Could have been. I'm gonna come up in here and flip the script and put Ashley out. Like I said, hey, we weren't there. We're just speculating. She said Ashley liked to watch. Yes. Ashley, you freak. You go over there to the Clarks. Well, they got an iPad on the ceiling. Ready. The Clarks got a whole iPad, a whole bed. Ashley, all the kids can fit in there. All of them. Oh Lord. Let's go to some more comments. Ashley probably only like to watch because it's a control tactic. Remember, hey you guys, this is a T. Remember Derek Jackson? If you follow Derek Jackson, his wife, and when she had that breakdown, God bless her, but she went on social media and said she wanted to mimic the women's sexual actions. She basically shared her testimony on how she felt when Derek Jackson wasn't paying attention to her. He was paying attention to other women. That's what it reminded me of. I was like, oh, this is like the Nia Jackson story. Like, you want to watch, see what he like better, see what he, what he doing, moving left, right, to the left, to the left, to the right, now slide, whatever. It's crazy. She is still afraid of them. And she said it haunted her. I believe it. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Coffee History. That's what I was thinking. Homeschool control with the kids saying, do, and you don't have to pay for school clothes. Y'all, she said she got to the house and had to buy the kids clothes. And then she said Dimitri clothes had holes in them. Y'all, go to John Yates and watch this interview. He said it may be a part 2. Ariande, I'm not an interviewer. I'm not. And I'm an empath. So that energy would just kill me. But I got about 4 questions I wrote. If you ever run across this video, I got 4 questions. I'm going to inbox you. Girl, I want to know 4 questions. That's it. You ain't got to talk no more. Because I just want to know. And one of it got to do with if Dimitri, not saying if to discredit her, but if he's this person that all the ladies are saying, at what point don't you run? Is it that they drain you from all your money? This is just because that's what they did to her. But with Taylor, now, Crystalline, I can see it. I can see it. You're in a whole nother country. No one. But you're the first to get the restraining thing. Hey, you can't have them girls looking crazy at their mama being treated this way. And I am rocking with that. I'm rocking with that. Basically, Dimitri wants to be, what's Nexium? What is that? I don't know what that is. I got to Google that. Keith Raniere of Nexium. I got to look at that because why did that make me chuckle? But can someone tell me in the comments, what could a man tell you? Dimitri, we're going to talk about Dimitri. I don't think he's ugly. I think he's handsome. He got a nice mouthpiece on him. He probably talk a good game. What could make you just say, you know what? I'm going to uproot my family and I'm not blaming anybody and I'm going to move it. Is it just that? Is it the witchcraft? Is it just that we steaming the JJs over here and we're holistic, we're hotep? What is it that make you feel like do they make you feel like you're safe? And as soon as they know that you're stripped from everything, what would make you, I'm trying to think what would make me, and I'm not blaming anybody, say, because actually I think polygamy is what she said was called polyandry. It was another word where it's centered around the matriarch. So really they're supposed to be centered around Ashley. At what point? I think it's fascinating. If you can work as a family, that's why I say I like the Winders. If they can do it, hey, go ahead. Who's judging? But what would make you say, I'm gonna give up everything to come in here and be with a full family, knowing this dude can't support us? He didn't even have the means to support them. So was she that in love? I want to know, like, what was the game? What was he spitting, y'all? That's all I want to know. Thanks for being here. Hit that like. Ashley and Dimitri had a podcast where Dimitri was talking about his high. Yes. And go back and look at last season. he was talking about before he had sex with Vanessa, he was saying all that tension. And she was like, what tension? I mean, Ashley was so uncomfortable, which is why I think this season they look at each other before they speak so much. If you watch, they look at each other before they say the wrong thing. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm. Oh, okay. Y'all, we gonna have to get off of here before we get flagged, but we got to talk about this. When she was sick for so many days and she was like, she suspect that something was put in her food. Sandy Moon, I forgot all about that. Ashley hurt these women, so I'm not gonna focus on her being a victim too much. She is an abuser in this situation and supports Dimitri. I agree, Miracle. I do. Do you think she's brainwashed? Because remember this, Miracle, when she said that Ashley was really the other woman. Y'all have to watch this interview. It was so good. So Ashley was the other woman. So do you think she was brainwashed from the beginning? Like, I'm gonna do whatever. Remember the acts she was doing to keep him in the classroom? Ah. Ashley, girl, you still young. You can get out of this. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. He tells them what to say on camera. I believe that, Sandy Moon. Soap and tea cake. Wait, yes. Okay. Women better watch out before they become soap and tea cakes. You're not lying. You're not lying. Ashley just looks sad. She's really trying hard to please him. Her body language is so close, crossing her arms. Yep. And I believe after hearing these stories, do y'all think, this is my opinion, that she was bringing these women in to take off some of the pressure off of her? When he was like, "Oh, my sex drive so high. You got to get somebody else. You got to get somebody else." And she was like, "Okay, but if I get somebody else, they got to cook and clean. That's it. They got to watch these kids." Man. Oh, is that why I forgot about that. I believe it, Sandy. She didn't like having sex with Dimitri because he gave her. I believe it. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. That lady didn't get up there and lie. That's my opinion. She didn't get up there and lie. My wholehearted opinion is, do I think she hates them? Yep. I think she definitely cannot stand their guts. But all these receipts she been having up since 2015, steady going place to place on social media, posting her story, telling people about what they did to her, that's what saved her. Because anybody could say, oh, she want fame. She was doing this before the show. Then she saw the show dropped and she went back to posting, like, I have to warn people about the Snowdens. And then she said she calls Discovery. I hope she has those receipts. That was the. And then, of course, we heard about Ashley being an actress. Remember that? Really dope testimony. I hope she learned from this. I hope her kids are safe. This is a lot. Ariane, I got 4 questions, and girl, I'm gonna inbox you. You might not never answer me, but I'm gonna inbox you because those 4 questions are so. Unless you do a part 2 with John, because John did a great job. But I was screaming at the TV, ask her this. You could not possibly. She was trying to remember, but her memory was intact. Like, she did not stumble. When you be like, you ever had someone tell a story, you be like, no, I thought you said they wore a brown shirt. She did not move. She did not move. And when she said that Dimitri borrowed the money to help her to get her out the house, I wonder, and he still owed the money. Who is this friend? Like, can she get them to corroborate her story? Because even though I like Taylor, I think Ariane needs to be the leader now. You know how all that stuff happened. I always bring it back to Tiny and T.I. We don't know what happened, but all that stuff happened. But the girl that did the claims was like the wrong messenger. I think the way that TLC is portraying Taylor, like, "I wanna move in right now, I'm thirsty," um, can give the wrong message on what's going on. Ariane probably needs to take the lead because she does not have an NDA. I'm saying allegedly because she probably don't care because you know that this was well, she did say they didn't start signing until later. So, oh, guys, hit that like if you're in here, please. They had a show called Brother Husbands. They did, and they canceled that. Ashley bring these women to babysit and contribute. Baby, that was a pimp. They pimped these girls. I'm not even trying to be. I could not live in, just the dream, living in LA. Y'all, do y'all ever watch that? That's a gated house. Like when they come in and out, the house is gated off. And she mentioned that in the other house in LA, she was not able to leave without Dimitri or Ashley with her. Such a good interview. I want to encourage you, please watch it. She wants to control his cheating. That's all. Also, the jealousy makes her abuse the women. Yeah. She did say that Ashley did not put hands on her, only allegedly Dimitri. Yep. Hey, that's what the Clarks allegedly. The Clarks, they had all them dishes piled up thinking Kayla was going to come back. She said Dimitri cheated even when Ari was in a house with that woman. Oh, right. Why couldn't Ashley stay in Ohio when she left? I really would like Ashley to answer that. Yeah, you know what? And I would really like Ashley to, if they're separated, this is what Ariane said, allegedly they may be separated. Someone put that bug in her ear recently. I hope she stays that way. And heals. Really heal. Not that fake healing, posting feathers and talking about kumbaya. No, really heal. She said Vanessa and Taylor was kicked out, so they're going to stay in the. Oh, wow. I heard Taylor. I didn't think about Vanessa. Yes, I totally agree. Yes, Ari should lead. No NDA. I have seen a lot of people bash Taylor and use her personality against her. Yep. I think Taylor's too young. I think she's too free. I think that she's already been seen with a high profile promoting stuff like that. And TLC pointed out for her to be thirsty. I want to stay. I don't want to leave. I think Ariane should be the face of the movement if it's a movement. Vanessa can't be the face of the movement because what she did, a 3-page letter talking about how she loved them, wished them the best, and how she left on her own. You know what I mean? So now for her to come out, people are going to judge her on that. It doesn't mean it's right. It's just how the public does it. Ariane calling out since the beginning. Ariane been saying this like on blackplanet.com, like on MySpace. She was saying this on AOL chat. She's like, don't trust the Snowdens. She was saying this on Nextel. Okay. She been saying this. So I think that she would be a great leader. And I think that we have to take out our mind that she's an actress because that changes things. I don't think and this is me saying allegedly, I do not know her at all, but I don't think she was shamed. She was like, I feel ashamed. 3 girls? I wouldn't get on the internet and tell nobody. Did I sleep with Dimitri? Yes. Will I tell anybody? Nope. The end. I get my kids hypnotized. You were not here. These women need to get together and bring him down. Yeah. If he was a cheater or wanted to cheat, he would be single and not go through this headache of inviting women. What's up with that? Why he just can't get a bachelor pad and just sleep with who he want to sleep with and they come and go? Why do it this way? Is it to keep the family together? I don't know. But why? Why you just can't get a crib, have people come in and out when they feel like it? Pump and dump, the floor or the door. Your choice. You're a consenting adult. But I'm not in a committed relationship. I'm not strangling. I'm not, you know what I mean? Allegedly getting all these things going on. Baby, y'all go over there, John Yates, because did my girl say it was weapons in the home? but he was a felon. I was like, huh? Is she like, really like dropping this bomb? She's like, yeah, but he's a felon. And recently he just, I was like, baby, that escalated real quickly. Mm-mm. Um, y'all, what do you think? Do you think she's telling the truth? I do. I think John Yates, I don't, like I said, I don't know him personally. I think he did a great job interviewing her. I think they had a conversation the night before. He got the points out. I hope it's a part two. I think that it's not sloppy. I feel like she whatever she says, she can back it up, and that's why they haven't shut her down. Because if the Snowdens allegedly was shutting Crystalline down, like I said, and I always say that we weren't there, we don't know. The only thing we do know for a fact, we know this for a fact, the restraining order was dissolved. That's all we know. That's it. We have to remember that. I hate to say that, we have to remember that. But I don't hate to say it, this is the truth. But something in the water ain't clean. Something went astray for y'all to even get to that point. And a lot of people think it's because Crystalline wants a green card, but I don't think 3 women would be backing Crystalline for her to get a green card. I really, I don't think. That's my opinion. If I had to think outside the box, could 3 or 4 women be mad at Dimitri? Possibly, but they wouldn't be mad. They'd still be protecting Ashley. And we see Taylor is still following Ashley as well. I don't know, y'all. It's so messy. And it's like good gossip, but it doesn't make you feel good because you're like, what in the Handmaid's Tale is going on over here? What in the Ruthless? Did Tyler Perry write this? Let's read these comments and get out of here, y'all. Please hit that like. Ashley refuses to be a single mom. She did say that. Great one. Vanessa brought her sister and mother to help her pack her things. Yep. He kept saying it's all about family. Yep. That I was watching when he was intimate with that girl, the first Jocelyn, I think her name was, the first episode. She was like, and Vanessa was like, what's going on? He was like, oh, I was intimate. And she was like, oh, okay. It was like, she better not talk back. See how you watch stuff over? She was just like, oh, okay. That's not cool. And then when I look at Vanessa was pregnant when he slept with that woman on TV, you jerk. Chronic cheaters hide under the guise of poly all the time. Really? I didn't know that. Thanks for that. They can justify their immorality by saying that's why it should be this way. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. They spilled. If you go to Ashley and Dimitri Snowden social media, it's both posts about their childhood. They both post about their childhood extensively. It's on Instagram. You really can read through it. Yes, Ashley has some kind of control over Dimitri as well. You're right. She said LA and they dipped. Oh, she did. Yes, all the Snowdens to a T. I really started looking at him sideways when he was cheating outside of his wives without their consent. That's a red flag. True. And the detox thing, she said that was BS. She called BS on that detox thing. She said that it possibly, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, it was just a way she didn't want Dimitri to have sex with them so fast. However, he was having sex with them. I knew that. I think him and Taylor was having sex right at that restaurant, like when he go on that first date. She said something about the shower, but I think that he'd be knocking them off right away because it's the thrill. It's the thrill. Like I have something and someone doesn't know about it. Oh man, y'all. Like I always say, I'm gonna end it here. Please go see. I done had John Yates up here this whole time. Please go see John Yates' interview. I think he did a great job with Ariane. She was a sister wife to the Snowdens. I mean, one of the things about being a Snowden, one of the things about being a sister wife is you're supposed to provide, right? You're supposed to provide. So I don't understand how the women was providing. This was good tea. And it was believable tea. You ever have someone do an interview and it's you lying? I wonder if Ashley or Dimitri speaks out. I really want Ashley to say something. Not kumbaya, not I ate a papaya and sucked the juice. I want her to really tell us what's how she doing. Cause this is still a lot of pressure. Because if your husband, even you know what I mean, if your husband allegedly, if he's doing this, and if you guys are allegedly bringing these women in under false pretenses, and if this is not what you want, tell it TLC this is not what you want. And shame on TLC for allowing someone to come all the way over here from South Africa and knowing it was possibly allegations. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all thought it was easy. Y'all thought this was something that you could do, but I feel some kind of way. And you guys, please put in the comments below how you feel about the sister wives. Do you believe the women? I definitely believe Ariane. Now, if you guys have an NDA and this stuff happened, can't you say what happened? And she's not talking about a TLC NDA. She's talking about a Snowden NDA. And I was wondering if he allegedly is a felon, is it and this is nothing against felons, but if he drew up the NDA, is it even valid? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you drew up this NDA knowing that you was doing these type of things. Like I said, y'all sit up here. It's one man right here, Cody. I say Cody said, I'm in here for the right reasons. Me and Robin are right, and I'm still paying for the other 3 wives. Shame on you, Dimitri. Thanks for being here, y'all. Hit the like, comment, and subscribe. I really, 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 really appreciate you telling people about my channel. Oh, we got a couple of more comments. Oh, this one is funny. As a sister wife, why would I be working my tail off for a man? I'd rather be single. Hello. Good night, Sandy. Thank you for subscribing, Nina. And I'm just going to read a couple more and let y'all go. Oh, yeah. Oh, BB, are you supposed to give us the tea? We have a poly person in here. I'm poly, been poly, never had to sink a vagina. A vagine? You never had to sink a vagine? Not even a little bit? Oh, so y'all poly. Yeah, they don't want to be poly. They want to swing. Then tell the people you want to swing. I see nothing wrong with it. When you meet it's women out there that want the man and the woman. Why you got to say you a sister wife? Say it for the show, but say isn't it? Can't you make your own life? You can make your own identity. You don't have to have a label. Why is Ashley scared of what her mom was? Did they say Mama Donna was a alleged alcoholic today? Ariane, girl, Mama Donna is looking for you. Good night, y'all. Yeah, Cody out here like you thought this was easy. Cody then bought land to build a house for 822 children, a Costco and Sam's Club membership, 4 wives, 3 dogs, and a cat. And you sitting up here, Dimitri, renting a house with 4 bedrooms, gonna add 2 more wives that gotta live there during quarantine? Oh, y'all thought this was easy, huh? All right. I really appreciate y'all. Good night. Take care of yourself and each other. Bye.